you're going to get absolutely no rest, because this next game is called PowerPoint Karaoke, and it involves Iain and Iain alone. In a moment, I'm going to share my screen with you so that you can see the presentation that Iain is about to deliver. The only problem is that Iain hasn't seen this presentation that he's about to deliver, so it will be as much a surprise to him as it is to you. So let me share my screen. Can you see that, Iain?
I can.
Lovely. Okay, whenever you're ready, off you go.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you. Take your seats, take your seats. We'll get to the main presentation in just a second. I'm excited to talk to you all about it. Now then, I'm going to ask slide man, can you please hit me with that first slide? Now then, you're all here today because sometimes you feel that you're just running around like a headless chicken. And I have got a 17-step program that is going to help you get your life back on track. Just one little clucky step at a time. Next slide. Yes, sometimes you just want to keep people at a distance, and that is okay. It's very easy to feel overwhelmed and feel like people just want to shoot you down when you are doing nothing but your best. And it is okay to just take yourself out of the situation and say, hey, get out of my face. On to the next step. Next slide. So we often struggle in life finding out where we truly belong. Sometimes someone tells you when you're a young age, they say, you're a spoon. And you spend the rest of your life thinking, I'm a spoon because I was told I'm a spoon. But then you look over in the cutlery drawer and you see the forks and you see the knives and you think, maybe I could be a fork. Maybe I could be a... Don't let somebody define me as a spoon from a young age. Don't let other people tell you that you're a spoon. If you're a knife, be a knife. Have the courage to take yourself out of that spoon drawer and snuggle up with the knives and say, hey, knives, get straight to the point and tell me what it's like to be a knife. Because then maybe your mind will be unlocked. Next slide. Art doesn't have to be intentional. This is something I tell myself every day. You know, people say to me, you're a great artist with words, a linguistic artist, if you like. And I say art doesn't have to be intentional. Most of what I say, I know is truly inspirational, but that's not me on purpose trying to inspire you. That's just the way that I was created. Now, I wasn't told that when I was a little spoon. As I've grown through life, I've dabbled, I've been fork sometimes, I've been knife sometimes. Yes, there's always a bit of spoon in there. But whatever I say, don't let me just spoon feed you. Only if you believe it is art can it truly be art. Next. You, to me, are the star of your own show. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. You have been running around like a headless chicken, and I said you need to slow down because only then can you truly take a step back, look at yourself in the mirror and see yourself for the star that I see you to be. You have everything that you need to succeed in life. All you need to do is see it in yourself. Next slide. Sometimes we feel like we've just got all this anger coiled up inside us and we need to let it unravel. And I say, that's okay. Surround yourself with people that allow you to let it out. And they'll know that you're not doing it to hurt them. You're just doing it because you feel loved and supported. And they know that if you uncoil the anger, it's not aimed at them and it's a safe space. We all need that safe space. Think of yourself as that little spoon in the cutlery drawer. It is a safe space. Yes, sometimes it's nice to come out, try a little bit of dessert, try a little bit of a starter, but that safe place is always there inside the drawer. And when we're in that safe place, that's when we can let it all out and know that we're not going to be judged. Next slide. Now, sometimes we have these lingering thoughts that are just hanging there, always just trying to bring us down, always trying to obstruct us and obscure our thoughts. And that's okay as well. Those thoughts being there is one thing, but letting those thoughts control us, that's something else. You can just stand there and let them dominate your brain, and then they'll slowly start to grow and deepen, and they'll take away the true essence of you. But if you just accept that, yes, I have these flaws, but I'm not going to let these flaws define me, you are going to move on to the next level of living. And that is why we're here today, because I'm going to take your life from here, I'm going to bring it to here, and then when you've got the power to move from here, you are going to be the one to take it high above, out of that cave and out into the world where you are truly going to be that star that I said you could be. Let's find out what's in store for us next, everyone. The mysterious diary records the voice. That is your inner voice. Often we suppress it. It's always there. I suppressed mine for years. I was a spoon in the drawer. Everyone told me I was a spoon, and this mysterious voice was speaking to me. You're not a spoon. You've got so much more than a spoon in you. You can be so much more. So I went out and I dabbled, and I told you I was a bit knife for a while. I was a bit fork for a while. And there was a time I was even a little bit potato peeler. And some people told me that didn't even belong in the cutlery drawer. And I said, I'll determine what belongs in the cutlery drawer. And I will be everything that I know I am here to be. Moving on, next slide. Now, sometimes not everyone is going to appreciate you. And they're going to say, hey, we think you're a bit of a drip. And I say to those people, just do one. Sometimes people are too afraid to just say what they think. Just do one. I don't need your negativity. Maybe I am a drip. Maybe I like being a drip. Because maybe I know that knowledge is a drip, and knowledge slowly drips into my brain. And I use this knowledge for good, not for negativity. So those people, I say to you, do one. Next slide. Yes, our inner voice, it is often recorded, we're not aware, but we just have to let it out, uncoil it. I am giving you permission to scream and shout and let it all out. Next slide. So there we go. Questions. Now, this is a part where you may think I want to know your questions. I don't need to know your questions because we are short on time. All I need to know is that you have got the questions to question your inner self about everything you've been told, to go out there and to be whatever cutlery you feel you truly are.
Thank you very much for that wonderful presentation, Iain. Wonderful stuff. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cannot thank you enough.